On May 15, 2026, Chief Justice Surya Kant was presiding over a hearing in the Supreme Court when he said something absolutely shocking. Something no one expected. Society already has parasites. By attacking these people, you are attacking the system. The Chief Justice of India called some unemployed youth cockroaches. These youth are like cockroaches. They don't get any employment, they have no place in the professional field. Some of them go to the media, some to social media, some become RTI activists, some become other activists. And they start attacking India. Imagine a country where the NEET exam paper was leaked a few days ago, where millions of youth are unemployed. There are no jobs, there are no fair wages and working conditions, prices are rising, and the Supreme Court makes such a statement. Naturally, it became a news headline. The entire nation was stunned. However, the next day, Chief Justice Surya Kant clarified that his statement had been misrepresented, and that it was not about Indian youth, but about fake degree holders. He described young people who had entered the legal, media, and social media fields as pillars of a developed India. But by then the situation had changed. On May 16, Abhijit Dipk, a 30-year-old Indian student at Boston University in the US, tweeted, "What if all the cockroaches come together?" And on the same day, as a joke, he created a party on social media, the Cockroach Party or Chief Justice. This was a direct attack on the BJP. It was not an officially registered political party. It was merely a website and a social media page. Such pages are created as a meme, as an internet trend, whether it's the Beef Janata Party or the Bharatiya Jumla Party. Usually, such trends last for 2 days and people forget about them. This Cockroach Party was created as a joke. 1. Even the criteria for joining were a joke. The membership form had only 3 questions. Are you lazy? Do you spend hours online? And do you consider yourself a cockroach? As the Chief Justice said, if these 3 conditions are met, it doesn't matter what religion, caste, or gender you are. You can join this party. Anyone hearing this would think it was a joke. It wasn't serious. But within 2 days, it had over 40,000 followers on Twitter. Within 4 days, it had over 8 million followers on Instagram. It even surpassed the world's largest party, the BJP. You might have noticed this morning that our followers now exceed the BJP. And it grew so rapidly that today it has over 22 million followers on Instagram. It has become, perhaps, the fastest organically growing social media account in the history of the world. But the question is, if it was just a joke, how did people start following it so seriously? And more importantly, why did government leaders start making such a fuss? Many people have created AI videos and songs for the Cockroach People's Party in their own capacity. Many songs went viral. But did you know that not only videos and songs but also working websites, presentations, reports, and much more can be created with AI? If you want to learn this, join my AI Masterclass, which is taking place this Sunday at 2 p.m. I will personally teach you 25 of the most useful AI tools, including image creation, video creation, song creation, AI report creation, presentation creation, website development, and everything in between. Over 100,000 people have already joined, and it's truly amazing to see what people are using it for. In the last class, 91% of participants gave a 4 or 5-star rating. The entire class is in Hindi, the same language I'll be speaking to you in. And if you can't join on this exact date and time, don't worry. If you miss the live class, you can watch the recording for the next 7 days. So join now. The link is in the description or the QR code. And now let's return to the question. Why did people take the Cockroach Party so seriously? I believe this happened because the Cockroach Party capitalized on the youth's discontent against the government and the system. Frustrated by repeated question paper leaks, rising unemployment, rising inflation, and a lack of accountability in the system, the youth, whose lives have become like cockroaches, have taken this joke seriously. A manifesto was also released on the CJP website. The 5 demands outlined in the manifesto addressed serious issues affecting the country and the general public. For example, after any Chief Justice retires, they will not be given a seat in the Rajya Sabha. If any valid and correct vote in the country is cancelled, The chief election commissioner will be arrested under the UAPA. Women will be given 50% reservation in Parliament and the Cabinet. The licenses of Ambani and Adani's media houses will be revoked. And if any MP or MLA leaves one party and joins another, they should be barred from contesting elections for the next 20 years. These demands are motivated by real problems in the system. Doubts about the independence of the judiciary, the corruption of the Election Commission, the peddling of interests by the mainstream media, and the buying and selling of MPs and MLAs. The motive behind this joke, the Chief Justice's statement, was serious. Perhaps this is what scared the BJP and Modi the most. These people enjoy melodic memes portraying Modi as a romantic hero. But when the memes are backed by genuine demands that affect millions, they become a political threat. The trouble began as soon as the Chief Justice moved beyond jokes to speak on behalf of the people on serious issues. He demanded the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan due to the NET paper leak. So today we are going to launch a petition demanding the resignation of the Education Minister. This video received over 10 million views in an hour. This was the frustration of millions of students across the country, who now had a platform to raise their voices. You must have heard the story of a child pointing out the king's nakedness. Powerful people are most afraid of someone speaking the truth. Something similar has happened with Narendra Modi. Now they are afraid of Generation Z. Whenever they sense Generation Z uniting or starting a movement, the government panics. So, on May 21st, just 5 days later, the Chief Justice of India's Twitter account was blocked. You might be wondering why. Listen to the reasoning behind it. It said that the ban was based on information from the Intelligence Bureau, and that the account posed a threat to national security. Consider this for a minute. A joke website and social media page, where people are creating memes dressed as cockroaches, poses a threat to the government. How cowardly can the government be? How cowardly can the Prime Minister of India be? Where there are actual paper leaks, where there is actual corruption, where there is exam cheating, where there is election fraud, there is no threat to national security. But if someone jokes about it on the internet, it becomes a threat to national security. After the original Twitter account was banned, the Chief Justice of India created a backup account called Cockroach is Back. Subsequently, they attempted to hack his Instagram page. They tried to log into his account so many times that on May 23rd, Abhijit tweeted that he no longer had access to any CJP platform. Subsequently, his website was also shut down. By this time, 1 million people had signed up to become CJP members. And over 600,000 had signed a petition demanding Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. It didn't stop there. Abhijit's WhatsApp number was also leaked, and he began receiving death threats on WhatsApp. One message directly threatened him with money to close his account or join the BJP. Otherwise, he would be targeted in the US as well. This was a direct death threat. First, money was offered, and then death threats were made. Other threats followed. Abhijit publicly posted these threats and shared the number of the person making them. But the police took no action. Later, Abhijit's family received threats, and BJP troll accounts even indirectly threatened to kill him. He said that although he lives in the US, his family still lives in India. I'm telling you, you still have time. Join the BJP, you'll do very well there. It will be more beneficial for you. We know where you live, where your parents live. These death threats weren't just online. Abhijit said they also reached out to his family members living in Maharashtra. They too were receiving threatening videos and messages. And when none of these methods worked, a defamation campaign began. Abhijit Dipk has previously worked with the Aam Aadmi Party. He never hid this fact. He hasn't deleted his old tweets. He openly says he worked with AAP from 2020 to 2023. Actually, I worked there from 2020 to 2023, I think. And that was for a short period of time. I was really inspired by their health and education model. And after that, I thought maybe I should move on with my life. So I applied to a few universities, got admission to Boston University, and I've been here ever since. All of this information is publicly available. Abhijit tagged his personal account in his Cockroach Party bio. If you scroll down, you can see all of this very easily. But it was presented as if it were a major scandal. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey alleged that Deepak was connected to foreign powers through the Aam Aadmi Party. Several accounts shared old photos of Abhijit and Manish Sisodia, as if they were exposing a major conspiracy. But tell me, if the Aam Aadmi Party really wanted to carry out a secret operation, why did they choose such a well-known figure? If this were truly a well-planned strategy, Abhijit would have tried to conceal his connection. He wouldn't have tagged his personal account with the Chief Justice's account. If the Aam Aadmi Party wanted to do something secretive, they would have chosen someone with no public profile. And second, consider what difference does it make whether he previously worked with a political party. Had worked. By this logic, Raghav Chadha was also in the Aam Aadmi Party. Suvendu Adhikari was also in the TMC. Hemant Biswa Sharma was also in the Congress. Was Hemant Sharma corrupt or not? I don't want to answer that question. Asking such questions is not permitted. So can we say that the BJP is being targeted by a covert campaign by all these parties? Does that make sense? When this argument failed, they began to devise a deeper conspiracy. The BJP IT cell claimed that Pune police records named Deepak as an agent paid by the ISI. They began to argue that the US was trying to politically weaken democratic countries through Generation Z protests. Amidst this photo was widely circulated. It was claimed that most of CJP's followers were from Pakistan. 49% of followers were Pakistani. If you recall, during the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, when my YouTube channel was going viral, they spread the same conspiracy theories against me. That Dhruv Radhi's largest number of followers came from Pakistan and Bangladesh. This was a blatant lie. It is also a blatant lie in the case of the Chief Justice. It's also worth noting that no one except the person running the account can see such information about the number of followers. They continue to spread fabricated images and pat themselves on the back. Union Minister Kiran Rijiju also fell for this lie and began spreading it. Abhijit shared screenshots and screen recordings that showed that over 94% of CJP's followers were from India. Following this, the lie about bot followers was spread. He claimed that most of CJP's followers were not real. They were bots. However, there is no evidence of this, as there is no reliable way to determine where an account's followers come from and how many of them are bots. There are some third-party websites that analyze followers from a sample, but they are not that reliable. And one such website shows that 8% of CJP's followers are bots. But the same website reveals that over 19% of Narendra Modi's account followers are fake. The truth is that our country's system is now so corrupt and corrupted that it's nearly impossible for any new opposition or movement to emerge. The Cockroach Party was just a joke, and they're portraying it as a genuine threat to national security. Genuine opposition political parties are not allowed to function properly. Their MPs and MLAs are intimidated, threatened with imprisonment, or pressured by the ED or CBI to crush the opposition. The mainstream media runs defamation and propaganda campaigns against them. In many cases, these parties disintegrate, and the original faction loses its election symbol. They receive no help from the Election Commission or the Supreme Court. And I'm not talking about just one party. Almost all opposition parties in the country are in this situation. The challenges faced by Shiv Sena, NCP, Aam Aadmi Party, Congress, TMC, RJD-SP, all of them threaten their very existence. The former Chief Minister of Kerala, who belongs to the CPI-M, was raided by the ED yesterday. Opposition parties, whose presence is limited to a small region, are being completely wiped out. The state of democracy in the country is so poor that even satirical accounts of a fake party are not allowed to survive. Forget about raising voices against the government. People's accounts are banned for sharing a joke. People receive death threats. If we find you, you will face the consequences. Come, find me in Tamil Nadu. How will we go to Tamil Nadu, brother? It's true that I haven't stopped making videos, but the truth is that even on social media, The authorities are actively trying to restrict freedom of dissent. Yesterday, I learned that 2 of my Instagram reels featuring Raghav Chadha had been blocked in India. One reel had been viewed over 50 million times. What did I say in that reel? Nothing. I simply exposed Raghav Chadha's hypocrisy. Later, I learned that reels created by other creators on Raghav Chadha had also been banned in India. In fact, some of their accounts had been blocked. And this isn't just about me or these creators. It's about every person in this country who has the right to speak out for their rights and against any injustice, but whose voice is suppressed. This same tactic is used against everyone. Pakistani agents, foreign conspiracies, the deep state. When Sonam Wangchuk spoke out for the people of Ladakh, he was also declared a Pakistani agent and jailed. When Rahul Gandhi spoke out for Great Nicobar, he was also declared a Chinese agent. Today, when a 12th grade student is raising his voice against irregularities in CBSE paper checking, he is being branded a Pakistani on Twitter. You won't believe how bad the situation is getting in our country. But note one thing. All these actions are not proof of the government's strength. Rather, they expose its weakness. This shows that despite winning so many elections, the government is actually afraid of the public. Be it the LPG crisis, unemployment, or the falling rupee. History shows that the more powerful an oppressor tries to appear, the weaker and more frightened it becomes from within. Now, look at the desperation of the people of this party, that a BJP leader literally catches cockroaches in a box, takes them out and kills them. All this for a party that doesn't even exist. What if people actually start protesting on the streets? Currently, the Cockroach Party has regained access to its website and Instagram account. However, many of its Instagram posts remain restricted and blocked. Its Twitter account is blocked in India. It has appealed this ban in court. But the question is, what will happen to this movement? Frankly, the answer depends on the people running the Cockroach Party and their followers. Just imagine, over 20 million people follow that account. If everyone following this account changed their profile picture to the Cockroach Party's picture, and reposted everything posted on the main CJP account, all attempts at censorship would be futile. If 20 million people changed their profile pictures and began operating independently, this entire movement could become decentralized. And that's just an idea. If people truly come together and show unity, no dictator, no oppressor can do anything. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to join the AI Masterclass. It's live this Sunday. This is your last chance. You can click here to join. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.